Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
I'm going to need you to pep up a bit
No,
there,
thank
Nelson.
you. No, thank you. Not at all.
I can tell you're a little low energy, but
Yeah.
that's okay. It'd still be a great episode. I can tell I watch the waveforms as we record.
Yeah.
And I know that when you say hello, it's a thing called tickling the red, which means
Yeah.
it's just about to peak. And
Yeah.
you always tickle the red whenever that happens.
Yeah.
You did not.
Yeah,
This time.
Not today. No, sirree.
No.
I like to flirt with the idea that when I'm feeling really tired and can't be bothered doing a podcast, that there'll be a short episode, but it never happens.
It never happens.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah.
We were adamant that 45 minutes would be the thing.
Yeah.
And naturally, this show wants to extend.
Yeah.
Not this week.
Not this week.
We'll cut any segment we need to.
Let's get into shower thoughts. All right, Cambo, let's start this son of a bitch. The first Reddit on Reddit is by Mavia, and it was in the subreddit Science. This was lose fat while eating all you want. Researchers used an experimental drug to increase the heat production in the fat tissue of obese mice, which allowed them to achieve weight loss even while consuming a high-calorie diet. The drug is currently undergoing human phase 1 clinical trials.
Okay. Here's my fear.
Yep.
I would love this drug, obviously.
Yeah.
But because I love to eat junk, Nelson.
Yeah.
It tastes so good. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I have. It's great.
It's really good. So I would love this.
Yeah.
My fear is I want to be healthier
Yeah.
for my body.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that this will get rid of fat cells, but it won't stop other things that eating junk will do to you.
Yeah. Like there's less nutrients
Exactly.
in junk food.
And, like, your energy is worse when you eat poorly.
Yeah.
Because, like, your blood sugar levels or what, like,
Yeah.
you feel worse generally.
Yeah.
And I want all of that to go too.
Yeah.
But if I could still just look good,
Yeah.
I might do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're like, I will definitely die younger,
Like,
because my body
yeah,
isn't getting what it
yeah,
needs.
yeah.
But I will look great.
Vanity might get the better of me.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But then, like, I reckon the trick is, the deal that needs to be done is like those multivitamin supplement things that are just a huge scam. What you're buying is like expensive urine is basically when you buy those vitamins, unless you're like actually deficient. For example, pregnant people quite often need supplements in those sort of things. But just generally, it's expensive urine, and but I think that they would become better use case when we're all just eating junk food, really unhealthy, but then whack a few of those vitamins in your body, bring it back up to full again.
If a doctor, not a reputable one, obviously,
Yeah.
could prescribe
Zimbo,
me...
let's say.
Zimbo, I'm going to need your...
We know he's not reputable because he listens to this podcast.
Exactly. I'm going to need your advice on this.
Yeah.
What vitamins do I need to take
Oh, to like cover you.
to cover me.
Yeah.
to get... If I could get... I'll take as many pills as I need to each day to keep eating junk food, but be okay.
But also, could we mash those pills up into a chocolate thick shake, for example?
Ooh.
You know?
Zimbo, get back to us.
It's now your responsibility. I think this kind of scared me though as well, because it's kind of funny and really sad that like science is managing to. There's certain things in life I just thought humans had to overcome themselves. you know? This was one of those things. Eating well, or losing weight. I was like, this is a responsibility for the person and the person alone. Now it's being outsourced by science.
Would you judge people that did it, do you think?
No. Well, it's hard to say, actually, because I think that, because like what you touched on before is that people should be healthy.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's easy to identify if you yourself are unhealthy based on your weight, right? So like if you're obese, you know, I'm not eating healthy.
Yeah.
But if you start taking these pills, you might not realize how unhealthy you are being.
You know what it might be the equivalent of eventually?
Yeah.
You know how sometimes, like, let's say, I would say the most popular case of this is an actor gets into incredible shape for a role.
Yeah.
They're like, I did this naturally. And everyone goes, okay. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
So I think you'll see someone eating unhealthily but losing weight.
Yeah.
But they won't admit they're taking the pill. But you'll be like, I reckon you're on the pill.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good point. There'll be like it'll be like a thing on Instagram, won't it? Be like, guys, I'm natural.
Yeah. Natty, yeah.
No, I'm natty. Yeah. I think that's happening. The funny thing is, like you were talking about before, like if I could just constantly eat junk food, that'd be great. Yeah. And like still be healthy. But I have the same thing for smoking.
Right. So if you could smoke this pill.
Oh, maybe I can smoke the pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is that sometimes I kind of miss smoking. And I know it's obviously like I was addicted to the nicotine and stuff. Yeah. And it's not just the addiction and not just the risk of cancer. So even if those things, they got rid of them in smoking, it wasn't a problem anymore. I take another pill and gets rid of all that stuff. It's still even like it was harder to breathe and things like that. So I need like something that's like smoking, but not in any way at all remotely bad. And then I take that up. Yeah, but I don't think that exists. Because I need the nicotine hit, really. Yeah. Is what it's about.
And the fact that you haven't started vaping shows that, like...
Yeah.
There's not enough in it for you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
The small trace amounts of whatever are in the vapes.
Yeah.
It's not enough to satisfy you.
I do like the idea of being able to do whatever we want consequence-free.
Yeah.
I think the next one is murder.
You want to have a purge?
I want to take a pill where I take the pill and then I can murder anyone I want. And that's
right. And as long as they check your system, he's got the pill in him.
He took the pill.
And how long does it take for a pill to digest through your system? Like, is it that long you've got?
Oh, right. No, I think you need to it might be a short period, but it might even be like 60 seconds.
Okay. So if you walk in, wife cheating with a man running away. Yeah. You take the pill and then grab the shotgun.
You gotta take that pill and get that shot off pretty.
Do you like my old timey example I came up with? Yeah. Like some kind of farmer coming home?
Yeah, exactly. grabs his shotgun and or pitchfork.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the future that we live in, Cambo.
Yeah, consequence free as long as you take your pills.
Yeah. All right, Cambo, let's get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by... I've just got a weird one here it's by Such Brightness. Just looked a bit weird. God decided he's bored with the way babies are born, and you get to pick a new method. What do you pick?
What do you think of the egg system? Reptiles and birds.
Right.
I mean, obviously the human system has eggs.
Yeah, but you mean like I'm talking laying an egg.
External egg incubation.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. It's like
the idea of a baby punching its way out of an egg.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like that scene in Jurassic Park where the raptor's born.
Yeah. There'd be all these different like views around it now, wouldn't it? Where it's like, oh, some parents help their baby out of the shell and
yeah.
And then they turn out to be idiots, so don't don't help your baby out of the shell.
Yeah, and like I guess the cesarean would be like them cracking the egg.
Yeah.
For the baby rather than the baby.
Yes. Oh yeah,
we've both just had the same thought. I think.
Yeah, like are women laying eggs regardless of whether it's fertilized or not?
Look, if we have to go with the rules of nature, possibly.
Yeah.
And then second question: would you eat it?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think so. I mean, would I eat it? Yeah, I mean, it depends what it tastes like, I guess.
Yeah, well, that is sadly the truth.
Yeah. if it was delicious with some salt and pepper on top. Yeah, that's gross. Because I imagine that doesn't taste good.
But I'm saying, like, people don't seem that... Like, that's not a massive social taboo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So you could argue that it's kind of the same.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. I like the idea that babies can be born much faster. I don't like the whole... Like, I would like the idea that you can just sneeze and there's a baby. Boom.
Right. Okay, so you don't need the 9 months.
You don't need the 9 months.
Okay.
That's rubbish. And then... but there still needs to be intercourse, can't there?
Yeah. That's very important.
But then the protection is like, you're like getting frisky with somebody like, oh, did you bring any protection? And they're like, yes, I did. And from out of their wallet, they have a peg and they just put it on their nose. You're like, phew, we're good.
I'm going to throw a scenario at you.
Yeah.
Let's say, you and Alan have done the business. And then a couple of days later, she sneezes and a baby comes out.
Yeah.
And you haven't prepared for anything.
Yeah. Like, oh, my God.
I wish I had 9 months to have prepared for this.
Yeah, we need
taking some classes.
Like, right now, like immediately.
That's like a cot, a blanket.
Yeah.
What do they need? I don't know. I haven't read a book. So I feel like people would just have to stash stuff at their houses at all times.
There would be... like a podcast that's like, so you've just sneezed a baby, and be some like quick advice for you there. Yeah, I think that would take out a lot of the fuss,
Springtime would be very, very nerve-wracking.
Yes, but you still need to do the deed.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you'd hear your partner sneezing, you'd be like, is that a normal one? What's going on? Because people still sneeze normally as well.
It would be a hint when it's a sneeze and then crying afterwards. I think that's when you've had a baby. Yeah. Any other methods we've got? I mean, let the guys have a go.
Oh, yeah, let the guys have a go.
Yeah.
Why not? That only seems fair.
Yeah.
Which, to be clear, the world isn't.
Yeah,
to be clear.
Yeah.
Pay gap and such.
Yeah.
But we could do this. We could make that part of it fair.
We've seen the hilarious movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Danny
DeVito. Junior, is it?
Junior, yeah.
Well, so that seemed like that went perfectly fine.
Yeah. We could do a junior situation. Guys have a go is good. How can we take all of the work out of it? This is my question. Can we actually invent the stalk?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
We've already done that for God. We've come up with the method.
Yeah.
And we're like, just make that one.
Yeah. We've already thought about it.
Again, that is based, you still need to have sex.
Yeah.
For the stalk to come.
Yeah, that's
to be
true.
Clear.
Oh, wouldn't it be so annoying if you didn't? And the stalk knocks on your door. You're like, no, we're not here. Go next door.
Don't leave it.
They've already got two. They could handle a third, I'm sure.
Yeah, you see a stalk fly overhead. You're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I might shoot one down just in case. Oh, looks like it's coming out this way. Get the shotgun. Because there will be laws that's like, if the baby lands on your property, it's yours. People have like nets over their houses.
There's people with babies, complete different ethnicities to them. Like, hey, it's just landed on my property. I don't know what to tell you. It's my kid, I guess.
Yeah. Then there would be like baby crazy people that would like try and capture the storks and just have as many babies as possible. Yeah, so you gotta watch out for those people. Okay, but
crazy stork ladies and such.
Crazy stork ladies. Anywho, we should move on into Today I Advice. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Today I Learned. And also sometimes advice. I don't want to jinx it, Gambo.
We're flying.
But we're doing pretty well.
This could be a 25-minute episode if we play our cards right.
Okay, this Today I Learned is by Jason1134. Today I learned of Triboulet, a royal jester for King Francis of France. I mean, come on. King Francis of France? Lame. Get a new name.
Do you think he should have changed his name or become a king of a different place?
Become a king of a different place. The name Francis is very nice.
No, sorry, Belgium.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you can see why he can't be king of France.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Should I just start again? Should I learn of Triboulet, a royal jester for King Francis of France, who was sentenced to death for mocking the king and queen. King Francis allowed him to choose his method of death, to which Triboulet responded, I asked to die from old age. He was spared and instead banished.
Do you reckon they made a rule after that?
Yeah, they're like, all right. We get it now. We understood this one guy.
It's like the first genie that ever had the first wish be a million more wishes. They're like, okay.
All right.
I'll give this one to you, but from here on out, none of that.
Just before I do your second wish, I need to change some bylaws. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like the idea. This one, at least, I thought was pretty good because he essentially got away with it.
Yeah.
But I know there was one, I don't know how accurate the story is, where the guy who invented chess was showing it to like the king and queen or something. And they said, oh, great game. Like
I love that we're in it.
How much? Yeah. Honestly, that was smart. That's what sold me on it.
Can you add our brother Jack into it? I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think originally chess might not have even had kings and queens. I think they were called something different.
That was their feedback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Those two powerful ones. What are they called?
Oh. So anyway, he was saying, yeah, I'm great at this game, blah, blah, blah. And the king was like, very good. I shall pay you for creating this game.
Right.
How much do you want for it? And he's like, okay, well, see this board on this one square? I want $1 for this square. And then the next square, I want $2. And then the square after that, I want $4, and so on. And the king was like, yeah, okay, no worries, sounds good.
Doubling can't get that high that quickly. Yeah.
And then apparently one of the, because the king obviously isn't the one to, pay out the money. There's a treasurer or whatever. Apparently they were like, king, that will literally bankrupt us. Yeah. And then the king is like, oh, okay, well, you get nothing. And it's like, kick the guy out. I was like, oh, that sucks. I feel like he should get something. I feel like the king should have been like, almost had me. That was pretty good. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Have 1,000.
Yeah.
His thing, Triboulet was sentenced to death for mocking the king and queen. 2 questions. One, do you reckon he's mocking him about Francis of France?
Obviously. It's a low-hanging fruit, Cambo.
Second question, do you think his response of I want to die from old age and then getting spared is mocking them further?
Yeah, I think definitely.
So I'm amazed that he got off.
Too dumb not to.
It's like, you fucking idiots.
He was probably mocking them for years. And one time somebody nudged the king and was like, hey, he's making that joke about you? He's saying that...
I'm King Francis of France. I'm a genius. Well, it seems fine. He's saying nice things. King, you got to listen to the tone.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I've just never heard the sound of my own voice. I kind of thought that's maybe how I did sound.
Love that it's the royal jester.
Yeah.
He's there to perform for the king. He's like, I got something you're going to like.
Yeah.
You're an idiot. You're such a dummy.
I think it's funny when it's one of those moments where somebody's done like a really risky joke at work or something, you know, and they're like, oh, should you have done that? But then maybe, like my brother does this all the time. He was telling me just the other day in the car how he was thinking about telling this joke about how he works in like the health industry. And he was like, I had my birthday recently. And got together with some other health workers, and we didn't have any chips, and we didn't have anything else. We didn't have any unhealthy food, no cake. We did think about smoking some marijuana because that's natural and, medication. But then the night went on, and then stuff started to get hazy, and then we got the munchies. And and this was apparently going to be in like a international meeting.
I should have done it.
And I was like, I don't know if you should do that. He's like, yeah, other people said I probably shouldn't make that joke. So yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, especially if there's people there. Like I'm assuming he was going to say this joke in English, where that is their second language.
Yeah.
There definitely will be people that just don't pick up the fact it's a joke at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this guy, he's just admitting to this wild stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon perhaps Triboulet sort of ran it by somebody who didn't really like him.
Right.
Should I pick on the king? I was going to do that Francis France thing.
Yeah.
Because that's gold.
Yeah, and they say you should close with your strongest joke. And that is your strongest joke. So that will make quite a splash.
Yeah.
And he's like, see, you're laughing already.
Yeah.
You're laughing at the thought of this. Yeah, great.
And then Triboulet had the last laugh day.
Yeah.
Because he
died in his bed laughing.
Yeah. All right, Gabriel. Let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Lucky Finger 7, but it was cross-posted to us by Gone Fish Kegging. Some poor kid lost a roster spot to make room for a dog in each of the Air Bud movies.
Here is the thing. I'm not as familiar with the Air Bud cinematic universe. In fact, we should have got on a friend of the show, Eden.
Oh.
Quite well versed, I believe, in the Air Bud
Really?
movies. For part of his one of his comedy shows, I think they did like an Air Bud deep dive. Is the plot that they couldn't find a player and therefore the dog fills in? Like, it's like, we need to forfeit if we can't get another player. Woof, woof. Okay. Or do they actually bump a kid?
I reckon they bump a kid.
Yeah.
I reckon the dog dries out. Or I reckon what happens is...
I think it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
He goes, we need another player. And the camera pans over and it's a kid and the dog. He's like, not that loser.
I think it'd be funny if the kid was really good at playing fetch, like catching a frisbee in his mouth and stuff, and then they would just kid, I think you'd be better as a dog.
Yeah.
Dog, I think you'd better be better as a kid. So let's make this happen.
Yeah. And that kid to this day still lives in a kettle.
Yeah, that's right. You would think though, I like the idea that there's like a darker universe of this where it starts off fun and whimsical and the dog's gonna be playing basketball, and then he gets to like the finals and then the dog just gets a bit rabid and just mauls the other team, and they're like, yeah, we shouldn't have had a dog play basketball against kids.
What if there's one of the movies where they're playing outside and then a bird flies past and that dog's like, what's that?
Oh,
And he just has to go investigate the bird.
Yeah.
Like, Airbud, go. We're in the last round. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's true. Why was there more than one of those movies? The concept is so fucking
It didn't,
ridiculous.
I believe, stay with baseball, with basketball.
Basketball,
sorry.
okay.
I think it expanded to other sports.
Oh.
And so much so is, I remember this from the comedy show, is that eventually it ended up with a movie called Space Buds.
Okay, yeah,
And the
that's
cover
good.
was 3 dogs in spacesuits. I'm like, that's not even sport anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually just quite a great scientific achievement.
But
Actually, saying that, Laika went up to space like ages ago.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the Russian dog.
Yeah, but I presume these ones come back.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh,
We don't know.
Okay, they just sent them off.
Yeah.
They were like, these are really smart dogs. Let's just test space flight again.
Yeah. We got to make sure.
yeah.
Hey, go find Laika.
Yeah. Do you reckon like he's probably fine, right? Went to a
Laika?
or she? Is it actually a girl?
She,
Yeah, she.
yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah, she's
found Martians or something, and totally fine.
Yeah, big old farm up on Mars.
Yep.
Runs around.
This one's by this Czech 4267. Taking candy from a baby is actually a good thing if you think about it. That's what I think about every time I take candy from a baby.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Hey, you get solids, not yet.
Yeah.
That's a hard boiled. That's harder than regular
Oh
food.
no! Lucky I'm here.
Yeah.
There's very few like baby because you're only a baby, and then I'd say next stage toddler.
Yeah.
Toddler can have candy. Baby never.
No.
Take candy from babies.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
So-
And it's easy.
Is it?
They're just babies.
Is it one of those sayings like blood is thicker than water that over time has been warped to mean the opposite of what it actually was meant to mean? Mm-hmm. Because it's like the blood of the blood of the whatever. The point was Originally,
it's something about
that
like
saying
the
was
water
actually
of the womb or something. Isn't it?
It's like the blood of the church is thicker than the water of the womb or something.
Yeah.
Being like the people you choose are actually closer to you than your family.
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah, originally it's like, guys, this is important. It's like taking candy from a baby. Like it needs to be done.
Yeah.
It's an
there were probably
important thing that is
posters up
easy.
and stuff.
Yeah.
People will be like showing. It was a long time ago. Just the sketches of grown men taking lollipops from babies. And they were like, "Do this. It's good and it's easy.
Yeah,
and you get free candy."
It'd be the equivalent of like turning your lights off when you're not in a room.
Yeah.
It's like taking candy from a baby.
Yeah.
It's good and it's easy.
Everyone should.
Everyone should do it.
Yeah, that's good. How did that baby get candy in the first place?
Irresponsible parents.
I think
take the baby from the parents.
Take the baby from the parents.
Take the candy from the baby, and then take the candy out of the baby's hand. Take the baby out of the pram.
Yeah,
Take it to child services.
yeah. That's Oh, I don't want to be stuck with a baby though. Like, what if
Just
I get to
report
child
it.
services and they're like, "Oh, sorry, nothing we need to do. Good work taking the candy away though."
Yeah.
But
and they're like, you have to keep the baby. It's like, all right, not a problem. I'll just give it this lollipop.
yeah,
Like, I'll give it the baby.
Yeah, that's good. No, but I want the lollipop.
What do you want? What do you want, the lollipop more or the kid less?
In the moment, the lollipop.
You're sitting at home with
Eat
a
the
baby.
lollipop,
It wasn't even worth it. It was one of those strawberry ones.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I ate the whole thing, but I kind of regret it now. Yeah. Anywho,
Oh no, that kid's got the candy again. It's actually really easy for this to happen. I don't blame those parents at all.
here's another one. This is by Gas Station Blues 1312. By making 20 plus different streaming services with different show exclusives, corporations have made pirating more convenient than actually using those streaming services. Can I just say, welcome to Australia.
Yeah, I
It's
think
been us
Gas Station
since-
Blues has been taking a cold shower because this is a cold take.
Yeah.
So very, very cold take, which we welcome with the show. We obviously have
Cold recommendation.
Yeah,
cold recommendations.
Just absolutely ice cold recommendations.
Yeah.
Generally. Yeah, absolutely. This is the big problem. Is it either kind of needs to be a monopoly, where one thing has everything, which is obviously presents its own problems, or like what happens is they've just reinvented cable.
Yeah. Well,
but more expensive. Like more expensive than cable. They must be so happy that it actually turned out this way. Like, oh my God, we've done it again for more money. That's great. And we don't have to pay those fucking residuals. Are they going to strike? Oh, no.
No. It's funny because I feel as though I was just comparing this to Australia where like pre-streaming services, we didn't actually have that much TV.
No.
Like
we had one option for cable, which was terrible and expensive.
Yeah.
And it had ads, by the way. The appeal of cable generally is no ads. Nah, this one had ads.
This one had ads. And this and our free-to-air TV, there was
like
4 channels?
5, I think.
5.
7, 9, 10, ABC, SBS.
Yeah, but 2 of them don't count.
2 of them are government.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And so for Australia, I mean, I always remember laughing when I'd see statistics that was like, Australia's the highest pirating country.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no shit, because we get nothing here.
When Game of Thrones was being aired, that was locked up so tight here.
Yeah.
The only way to get it was to use our one cable provider, which is owned by the Murdochs.
Yeah.
And then add on a second entertainment package. I think to watch Game of Thrones, it was over $60 a month.
Yeah.
To get the package that is required.
Insane.
Coincidentally, Australia was the country that pirated that show the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very odd. I don't know if there's any correlation that can be seen between having to pay $60 to watch one episode a week.
Yeah.
And their seasons are maybe like 3 months long. So it's,
It's so ridiculous. It's like it was good, I feel like, when sort of Netflix became popular and started coming out, because people were like, it kind of showed people were like, I don't want to pirate.
Yeah.
I pirate because I have to.
Yeah.
But now it's coming back to the like, well, I don't want to pirate, but I don't want to pay for 10 different services.
Yeah, but Paramount Plus, are you kidding me?
That is honestly the one where I'm like, sometimes it looks like they got good shows, but I'm like, I just won't get that one.
Yeah, it's like the graph. I've seen this before. It's like, 2010, like 2000s up to 2010, piracy on the rise.
Yep.
Advent of streaming drops way down.
Yep.
And as the streaming services start to accumulate and stuff gets taken off, it's going straight back up. Like it did, honestly.
It worked.
Stop people pirating because they're like, oh, it's like $7 a month with everything. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, funny. Anyway, I guess we should move on, Cambo, into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
Cambo, I got a bit confused as to whose turn it was, so I checked the calendar.
Yeah.
And it turns out it's neither of us.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's no one's. We just, when we were filling in the calendar, we just missed a week.
Oh, right. So
because
I wanted it to be someone else's turn, so it wasn't our fault.
No,
you see what I'm saying here, Nelson?
Yeah.
And then if they haven't turned up, well, that's on them. There's nothing we could have done about that. We didn't make a mistake, you see, Nelson.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So check again.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Oh, it turns out, no, Cambo, we just forgot.
Look, we tried to cheat, but
do you know, this is what the problem was.
Yeah.
It was a digital calendar, obviously, that we put this in. But instead of doing the occurrences, obviously mine would be fortnightly, yours would be fortnightly.
Yeah.
We did them
Alternating
one
weeks.
at a time.
Yeah.
Because putting an occurrence on forever felt daunting. So we thought we'll just add them in one at a time.
Can I present to you a different truth?
Yep.
Which is that it was a digital calendar.
Yeah.
But nothing that we did. It glitched.
Oh, bloody
Yeah. So we couldn't.
No, actually, now that I think about it, we didn't miss a week when we put it in. So it must have glitched.
It must have glitched, I think.
And there's no way
so
to...
again, oh God, I wish we could have done it, but how would we have foreseen that happening?
Yeah, if only. If only.
I wish it was us.
Yeah.
Then we could just take responsibility and move on.
But
now we're going to have to get an investigation on the software we used.
That could take weeks.
And it wouldn't
We
be
won't-
right.
yeah, we wouldn't.
to continue
Yeah.
the podnapping while
Because
this
we don't know what
investigation
order
ongoing.
we're in. It's so confusing.
I hope it doesn't get dragged out even longer, Nelson, because you know how these things are.
Boy.
I've heard of trials that go for years.
I know, because we will be taking this all the way up to the High Court.
You'd think so.
We
You
do.
would think so.
So, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. So, no, unfortunately, no pod
Okay,
having. I was
right.
hoping that would happen, that it would go ahead, but not to be. So now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Go on here from Donnie. Or is it? Let me explain.
Yeah.
I will write the rest of this with my keyboard's AI. Hello, guys. See, this is already AI.
Yeah.
Because that's not how people greet us on the show.
Yeah. Yes.
It's normally far more vulgar than that. I just wanted to drop a quick note and say how much I enjoy listening to your podcast. Okay, this is definitely AI.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are doing an amazing job.
No.
And I always look forward to new episodes. Keep up the great work, Nelson.
This is why AI will never take
No.
over.
I just wanted to drop a quick note. Repeat that one again. That's not, by the way, that's not me rereading. It
Yeah,
says it
that's
again.
another line.
And let you know how much I enjoyed your podcast. The content is refreshingly original and the humor is spot on. I love how you tackle a range of topics from pop culture to current events and inject your own unique perspective each episode. Your comedic timing and delivery is fantastic, and I find myself laughing out loud throughout each episode. I've even recommended your podcast to my friends and family, thank you, who are always on the lookout for new and entertaining shows to listen to. Keep up the great work, and I can't wait to tune into your next episode, Donnie.
The scary thing about AI is how complimentary it is always to you and the things that you do.
And the scary thing about podcasting is that this email is so vague, it could be about any podcast.
It could be about any podcast.
It's just that, you do like a range of topics, pop culture and current events, but you kind
Yeah.
of like inject your own humor into it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what we're after. Thanks, Donnie and Donnie's.
Yeah, I went to reply.
Keyboard has AI. That's pretty crazy.
I went to reply with AI,
Yeah.
and this is what it says.
Yeah.
That's not my password to log into ChatGPT, and I need to reset it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I don't quite get it, but
Yeah.
that's what the AI has told me.
Computers
So,
will understand
yeah.
when they
Yeah.
talk to each other.
Apparently,
about
I
it.
need to also make sure I check my spam folder because sometimes the reset email gets sent there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
again, if that means anything to you, Donnie,
Donnie's AI.
or
Yeah.
Donnie said, you connect your AI to our AI, and they can figure this out.
They can, they can have the conversation.
but
Why
important that
are we the middleman
Yeah,
in this
important they
conversation?
leave us out of it. Whatever the decision ends up being,
Yeah.
don't tell us. I mean, write in again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we want you to do that. All right. Well,
Nelson, we may have just done it. We may have just actually had a short episode.
whoa, that is crazy. It's because we didn't do Podnapping. We
Yeah,
unfortunately
yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
do
yeah,
Podnapping.
yeah.
That one normally takes a while.
Yeah. Good. I think this is a good thing.
Yeah, I think.
And if that legal battle persists, then we could have a trimmer show.
It might end up being the case. All right. Well, thank you for writing in, Donnie. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast, gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also reach us at on our subreddit
Yep.
and our Discord.
Yeah, you've done it. Yes.
Yep.
Well done.
Rate
Rate the show, review the show.
rate the show, review the show.
Like
Do you know what
Donnie's
would be
AI
great?
keyboard, tell your friends and family.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd like? Because I stumbled through that last bit since we've changed that we
By
don't use our
the
Facebook
way,
or anything.
If people think it's a joke, it's not a joke. Nelson stumbles through it every time. It's not a bit.
Yeah.
We're not doing a bit.
I
When you've done it
forget
for
what we've
300
got.
plus
Yeah,
episodes,
exactly.
it is
sticks.
so natural
It
to
sticks.
keep doing it.
I would like somebody to come up with that last sort of line bit.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you'd like to write into us, you can just go to readitpodcast, readitpodcast, gmail.com. Then I want somebody to, like, succinctly fill in
Yeah.
the rest of that bit.
Yeah.
Send that through.
Yeah.
I'll read that every time.
But do you know what it will be? Is it'll be what you say every time without the...
Yeah. That's fine. So long as somebody just writes it down,
You can
then
say
I'll be
it.
like, okay. Well, they could be fun and whimsical about it if they wanted to.
Yeah. But we'll suck the whimsy out of it.
I will be saying it in a monotone sort of voice. Like, hey, it's Wacky Nelson here. Here to have a wacky time.
Can't they, everyone get lit? Oh,
Yeah.
I hate this.
Anyway, thanks for listening, and we will read you later.